Yes, welcome in, everyone. Christmas has indeed come a little bit early. We're bringing you the full 10 questions on a Wednesday. Always thinking of our listeners and our viewers. We know that you've got plenty to be getting up to tomorrow night, so we thought you wouldn't want to dial in and watch the quiz. So we thought we'd bring it to you 24 hours early so you can get ready for the big man tomorrow night. So let's welcome in 11-2 on the season. Still can't believe I'm saying that, but Tim, welcome in, buddy. How you doing, mate?
I think you're going to make that 12-2.
Oh dear, see, I'm losing track, mate. You are that good. I am losing track.
Just like everyone with the Steelers, always the first opportunity, willing to discredit any achievements I've had this season.
You have certainly surpassed expectations, mate. You certainly have. But big challenger tonight, mate. A fan of the show, a fancy football regular with the Full 10 Yards Listener League, going for a defence of his crown in that. He's been on this Full 10 Questions before, so he's a man who knows what needs to be done to get the W. Welcome in, Ross Sterling. Ross, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, not bad, Sean, not bad.
Good man, good man. You feeling confident that you can get the third victory for our challengers this season?
In all honesty, not that confident, because this is probably the 1 week that I haven't actually been sitting watching Red Zone or watching lots of games. I was dragged into painting and glossing on Sunday, so it was my background noise. So I'm hoping for a good bit of luck, I think.
I think it's got to be safe. If I had £1 for every week that's been sent so far this season, what are we up to? Week 15? Yeah, I'd have 15 quid by now, ladies and gents. That's how confident everybody has been this season. But the boys are up and running and ready in the app. I promise this week, fellas, I have, just like Santa, checked it once and checked it twice, and I've made sure all the answers are correct after last week's little faux pas. So we are good to go. So as always, fellas, keypads at the ready. Good luck to both of you. Play along at home, as we always say. Let's get into the full 10 questions for week 15. And let's start, as always, fellas, as we do, with a points-related question. How many teams scored 40 points or more during week 15? Were there 2, were there 3, were there 4, or were there 5 teams that scored 40 or more points during the course of the week? We've got a difference of opinion, and the correct answer there was 4 teams. We had Dallas, Baltimore, Tennessee, and Buffalo. They were your 4 teams to score 40 or more. Baltimore obviously right on the threshold on the 4-0 number. So who got the question right to start us off is the question. It was Timmy Boy, so he's off and running. Question number 2, fellas. I want to know how many of the Bears' 33 points were supplied by the boot of Cairo Santos. Were there 5, 9, 15 or 21 points supplied by the boot of Cairo Santos?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to go with 12. Yeah, 3. Yeah.
Yeah, nice bit of process of elimination. I could see the cogs turning there, fellas. It was indeed 4 field goals and 3 extra points. As all of a sudden, the Bears have found a little bit of offence. Who'd have thought that heading into January? But yeah, the Bears all of a sudden looking. I wouldn't go as far as good.
Ryan Pace will be happy, wouldn't he?
Yeah, certainly a little bit of improvement anyway, to say the least. Ross off and running. Question number 3, fellas. Who was the only player to top 100 yards receiving in the Colts versus Texans game? So was it David Johnson? Was it Brandon Cooks? Was it Michael Pittman? Or was it Zach Pascal? Again, we got a difference of opinion, and one of the fellas has found the right one. It was David Johnson. He had 11 catches for 106 yards in this one.
If I get this wrong, I'd need shock, because he's in a few of my fantasy teams.
It always helps, mate. It always helps. Zach Pascal was the big one for fantasy on the day with 2 touchdown grabs, but he only managed 79 yards on his 5 grabs. So DJ was the one you were looking for. All change on the scoreboard, fellas. Ross takes the lead. Question number 4, gents. Which Bengal forced the fumble on TikTok star Juju Smith-Schuster?
Brilliant.
Was it Carl Lawson? Oh, there you go, fellas. I said I checked it once and checked it twice. obviously will be on the naughty list because I haven't got it right there, have I? But you both knew the answer to that one anyway, so no harm done.
I'll take
I was
50 please, Chris.
I was looking for Kylan Murray.
All right, you get it wrong once and nobody gives you a break, do they? Unbelievable. Yeah, it was Von Bell. Yeah, Juju, just keep dancing for another fortnight, mate, please. You're just doing everybody's head in and everybody will knock your block off for you. It's marvellous to see. In a row for Ross. Tim obviously got that one right as well. So heading into the fifth one, fellas, as always, is your picture question. First and second name, please, of the player. Good luck. Who is in the Week 15 image?
Oh,
tricky one this week, I've got to say. A little bit of a tricky one.
Oh, what was his name?
I'll go early.
Tim has gone. Ross could sit there and let it reveal itself fully.
Yeah, I think I'm there. Once I saw it wasn't Josh Allen.
Oh, who spelt it right, though, is the question. There you go. It's Stefan, not Stefan. So it is Stefan Diggs.
I'm blaming autocorrect for that
one. Good old predictive text, but yeah, it was indeed Stefan Diggs. There he is in all his glory. Huge day for him. He didn't find the end zone, but certainly the leading Buffalo Bills receiver and probably the star player alongside Josh Allen on the season, hasn't he been? So yeah. So by virtue of a spelling mistake, Tim back to the top of the leaderboard. Question number 6, fellas. Quarterback related as always. Which one threw for more yards in the Patriots versus Dolphins game? Was it Cam or was it Tua? It was indeed Cam, yeah. 209 for Cam against 145 for Tua. The Dolphins seemingly rushed it about 7,000 times during the course of the game, obviously. Good news, however, Patriots fans. Merry Christmas. Cam is not retiring. He wants to come back for another season. That's just the news that you all want. Absolutely. I can't wait to speak to Kieran next Monday. You will be thrilled with that news, I am sure. There we go. For the score, took a little while to update, but there we go. A couple of questions left. Question 7. Which player scored the opening touchdown for the Jets in their win over the Rams? So was it Frank Gore? Was it Ty Johnson? Was it Jamison Crowder? Or was it Braxton Berrios? It was indeed Ty Johnson. Thought I might trip you up with Frank Gore there. He obviously scored his 100th of his career. But it was Ty Johnson on the receiving end of an 18-yarder from Sam Darnold in the first quarter. And yeah, the Jets obviously off and running for the season. Question 18, fellas. It's nip and tuck all the way. I'm liking it. Which of these receivers didn't top 90 yards receiving in the Falcons versus Bucs game? Calvin Ridley, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, or Russell Gage?
Oh, I don't know.
Four very good receivers. Ross has gone for it. He's tried the peer pressure. Ooh. I'll tell you what, fellas. I've said I've checked it once and twice, and I've cocked up again.
Did Evans not get 100 and something?
It was Russell Gage, but I do apologise. Since I have gone back to work, I have just been absolutely useless at this position.
I'm just saying Russell Gage was my answer.
Yeah.
I can see that you did go for Russell Gage there. So by benefit of the doubt, I'm absolutely giving you the points for that, mate. So I will manually add those on. So ignore that scoreboard, ladies and gents. That is now null and void. Ross is at the top of the leaderboard.
Oh, he's gone as well.
As far as I'm concerned. Ross is that's the last thing we need. I can cope with the quiz being wrong, but I can't cope without contestants. That would be nearly impossible. Question 9, fellas. Who led the Seahawks in receiving yardage against Washington? Was it Chris Carson, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, or Carlos Hyde? Didn't get an awful lot done offensively, did they? But it was DK Metcalf who led with 43 yards. Tyler Lockett had 34. Chris Carson 6. Carlos Hyde 8. If you'd have told Washington you'd limit Russell Wilson to 140 odd yards passing and they would still lose, I think they would have struggled to believe you ahead of the game. But there you go. So officially, Ross is now to the top of the leaderboard. And actually, do you know what I'm going to say? Now, Timmy boy, but just as always, You are indeed. But just playing for pride, as we always do. Final question, as always, fellas. Put something in order for me. This week it's running backs. Can you put the running backs in order of rush yardage on the week? Start with the guy that got the most, end with the guy that got the least. There's your 4 to sort out for me. Melvin Gordon, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, J.K. Dobbins, and Nick Chubb. So they're the 4 to sort out for me. Who rushed for the most? Who rushed for the least?
I've answered, but I'm not sure if it's going through.
There's one answer in. There you go. Both answers come through. There's the correct order, fellas. Clyde with 79, J.K. Dobbins 64, Melvin Gordon 61, and the NFL's best running back only managed 50 yards this week. But he didn't need to do any more than that, did he? So there you go. So officially, I'm glad that it ended up the way that it ended up, with us being able to display on the screen the true winner of the quiz. But obviously, I need to hand out a few more points than what's on there. So a 6 out of 10 for Tim, a 7 out of 10. Ignore that graphic there for Ross. So I'm going to call that a nice round 6,400 points. More importantly, though, Ross, third challenger to take a win on the season. How are you feeling about that, buddy?
Absolutely delighted. To be honest, it was happy with that.
Good, strong performance, mate. Good showing. Tim, respectable. To be fair, you've hovered around the 6 and 7 mark throughout the season, and it's normally been enough. So just obviously come up against a better one today, mate.
Yeah, like as I say, not the worst performance. 6 out of 10, and just if someone's going to get 7 or 8 out of 10, probably deserve to win. So yeah, fair play, and well played. Was it 12 and 3? So
he's happy enough with that. He's
cracking record, to be fair.
He's happy enough with that. So that means that we've had 3 winners on the season so far. We are in week 15. There is only technically 1 week left of the full 10 questions, because week 17 will be a full 10 yards special where all of the fellas from within the full 10 yards crew will have a go at taking the big boss down. So week 16, we need to crown a series winner. There's 3 fellas to beat. Adam, Ross, and Rich was the other one, wasn't it, Tim, I believe?
Yep.
Yeah, so they're the 3 fellas. We might either see if we can arrange to get all you 3 guys back on for a head-to-head to crown a series winner, possibly, or we might open it up to another challenger. We will see what the Twitter delivers to us over the course of the next week. Appreciate everybody's obviously got plenty of stuff. Well, I say plenty of stuff going on socially. Let's be honest, nobody's got anything going on socially, so no excuses, fellas. You can all get back on a quiz next week and we'll crown a series winner. But Ross, where can I go on, mate?
I was going to say it might just be an issue of how sober everybody is, depending on what time of the day it is.
Yeah, it certainly could well be the case, mate. Certainly could be the case. Obviously, as I said at the outset, Ross, big fan of the show, but where can people interact with your good self? And obviously, if people haven't figured it out from looking at you on the screen, what kind of thing can they expect to engage with you about when they do that?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at rosssterling83. Obviously, as you can see, tell I'm a Chiefs fan and a big football fan as well, so always happy to talk about any of those. So yeah, all good.
Absolute pleasure having you along, mate. Thanks for your viewership and listenership over the season. You always interact along with us, mate. Much appreciated. As we said on Monday, a big thank you to everybody that does engage and interact with us. Obviously, we hope you enjoyed the quiz for another week. We will be back in the week between Christmas and New Year for a week 16 edition. Like I say, we'll finalise plans on exactly how that's going to look and what date that's going to run on. But that is the last thing, full 10 yards before Christmas. So I think all that's left to say, fellas, is Merry Christmas, everybody. Stay safe. Enjoy yourselves as much as you possibly can. We will see you next week for podcast quiz and all the rest of the good stuff. Check out all the articles from the boys. Huge shout outs actually to the fellas that have put all the written content out over the certainly this week. It's been a monumental effort from the boys to get that up and prepared, but a massive thank you from me and Tim to all of the lads that don't necessarily get behind the camera. And from all of us here, like I say, at Team Full 10 Yards, Merry Christmas, boys and girls, ladies and gents. In the great words of Kevin Cadle, as always, it's bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.